Why perfectionism can actually be a bad thing. Okay. Now, most of these self improvement gurus, right, or these self improvement communities, they preach perfectionism, right? Become a 1% man, get jacked, get rich, and then you go for the girls, right? Or then the girls go for you. That's kind of the message, though, right? It's like you need to be perfect prior to going for the girls, right? And perfect to these people means, being rich, right? Whatever it is, getting as jacked as possible, right? Being massive before you start approaching girls, or else you have no shot. That's what a lot of these guys preach online, right? These rich kind of influencers, they preach that you have no shot, right? Unless you maximize like these two things, obviously your looks as well, right? But this is counterproductive at the end of the day. If everyone could get rich, getting rich wouldn't be a concept. Obviously, you can get jacked, but it's not the end all be all, right? And the issue with this is that if you chase this perfectionism, which obviously I encourage you to go and maximize every asset that you can, right? Maximize yourself in any way that you can. Like I said, don't focus on things that are out of your control, like your height or the size of your penis, whatever it is, right? Obviously, focus on things you can control, right? But just because you're not rich yet, right, or you're not in the best shape, you could be in better shape, doesn't mean you don't deserve a woman, right? Or you don't deserve to talk to girls, or you can't talk to girls and you have no shot, right? This is complete propaganda, right? Complete malarkey. And I believe that a lot of the reason why these guys do it is intentional, right? So they do it to sell you something, whether it's like maybe a training program, or maybe it's like how to get rich, whatever it might be, right? But it's just not the truth at the end of the day. You can think of guys, I'm sure, that are not in the best shape, that, don't have that much money, right? At least they're not living paycheck to paycheck. They're still getting hot girls, right? They're still slaying hot girls. So why can't you do the same, right? And what I found is I used to be part of this kind of part of this issue where I was trying to maximize everything, right? Like, oh, I'm not as jacked as I could be. I'm not as shredded as I could be. I don't have enough money yet. Like, I can't even talk to girls, right? I'm not like a 1% man yet, right? I haven't gotten to that point, so I don't deserve anyone. The issue is that you'll never truly get to that point, right? What I mean is, like, you can go in the future and become rich, right? You can go and become as jacked as possible, obviously, right? It's not that hard to get jacked, okay? But even then, your brain is going to look for excuses and reasons for you not to go do what you need to do. So in this case, let's say talking to girls or approaching girls, right? Regardless of what happens, and this has happened to me, where excuses are always just going to come up. Oh, I don't look good today. Oh, I'm not feeling it today. Oh, my hair looks like shit today. Oh, I'm bloated today. Oh, like I need more money. I need to get more abs. I need to get this, or I need more striations. Like, excuses are always going to pop up, and you need to kind of recognize that these things are just excuses. That's all it is. So obviously maximize your looks the most you can, right? But everything else is really just an excuse. And it's just you're gonna be stuck in this cycle of making new excuses for you, right? And your brain's gonna conjure up all of these excuses, and you're never gonna take action and get done what needs to be done. And the reason why your brain does this is because your brain wants you to be in a comfortable position rather than an uncomfortable position. So it's going to keep making these excuses to keep you in that comfortable position where you're not talking to girls and everything, right? And you're probably convincing yourself consciously, like, yeah, I actually don't deserve these girls, right? Which is bullshit if you put in the work. Okay. But then subconsciously, right, you know that it's all bullshit, right? You know you're full of shit. So you really need to do some thinking, break it down. If you're not living paycheck to paycheck, if you're not completely poor, right? If you don't look like complete shit, right? You can get the girl you deserve. You just need to learn the right strategies, and you just need to take action. There's no other way out of it, right? And the red pill is kind of telling you lies to some degree, to be honest.